Hey everybody, Jam Creates here. Got a another comic book review for you. This time we're doing Unit 44, issue number 1 from Alterna Comics. This book, I love this cover, by the way. This cover is really nice. This is number 1 in a 4-issue limited series. As you know, or you may not know, everything by Alterna is a limited series. So this is number 1 in a 4-issue series. Like I said, I love this cover. It's great action, great monster on the front, and then the little tagline, "Don't worry, everything is just fine." I like that. I love the corner box art. So let's get into it. I'm gonna open it up. This book has a definite cartoony style, like an animation style, I would call it, to the art, which I really like. I'm gonna tell you right now, spoiler review, I really like this book. I like this book a lot. Is there not a credit page in this book? You know what? I never even realized that. But there's no... Huh, interesting. All right, so we'll go back to the front. Because I always like to do this to give credit to the creators. Wes, I don't know if it's Locker or Loker, and Ed Jimenez did this book. It is... I really enjoy it. It is definitely funny, and at the same time, I can see where it's going to have some great action and drama and stuff. The best way I could think of, if you wanted me to elevator pitch this, would be, it's sort of like Men in Black, I guess. But it kind of reminds me more of if you remember the Men in Black cartoon, it kind of reminds me of that. I guess because of the cartoonish art style and the just the humor in the book. But at the same time, there's going to be a real serious problem. So, getting into it here, it starts out in Area 51, and it turns out they have an off-site storage unit for things that I guess they still couldn't fit in Area 51, which I love this premise, the idea that, the government at Area 51... they have all these top secret crazy alien and everything else stuff, but they don't have enough room to store everything. So they rent a storage locker somewhere, and they forget to pay the rent on it. So I think if you watch any cable television in the last 10 years, you have an idea of what this is representing: an auction for a storage locker. I like the representation of the guy from Storage Wars right there, selling the locker, and these two doofuses buy the locker, and they're talking about how they never have any good luck, and then he goes inside and he's like, holy smokes, what is this? And of course they leave you guessing, which is nice. They go to their boss. The two agents go to their boss to explain that the storage locker, they were behind on the rent, and the storage locker was sold. I like that they're afraid to go talk to Agent Ballard. They're scared of him. And then he gets super angry, and he's he's very concerned about this one thing, the Friedaken crystal. And he's like, if you don't track down the contents of that locker immediately, I love this. He's like, I will kill your girlfriend. And he's like, oh God. And then he's like, I will kill your mother-in-law. He's like, I'd be okay with that. And then I love this. Fine. Then I'll put a bullet in your dog Biscuit. You monster. It's just funny stuff. It's good stuff. It's definitely funny. The humor in the book is really good. The two agents are great together, because you've got the doofus, the guy with the long hair is kind of the doofy, silly, and then the other guy is super serious, but at the same time, he's very funny. And so they go to the storage, they go to the storage locker to try to find, to the place to find it, They figure out who it was who got their stuff. They go to this area of town. I'm going to skip a few pages so that they can find the guys, which leads to a very funny situation where they need to blend in, which has some great dialogue about blending in. I'm skipping that because I'll let you see it for yourself. And then these two dudes who bought the storage locker, they brought everything back to their house and this farm or whatever, and they're open it up, and they're, you know, like, what the heck is all this stuff? And I'm gonna skip I'll let you experience the whole disguise thing for yourself. And then they see, you know, what they ended up getting in the locker, and they're like, oh, we can make a fortune on this stuff. The two agents show up, they freak out, they run away. It's actually very funny when they're trying to escape from the agents. I'm going to skip a few more pages here just because I don't want to give away too much. And then at the end, you know, you see they definitely have a problem because everything is gone. So now it's to be continued, and the two agents are going to have to track down all this missing alien and weird top secret experimental stuff that was taken from Area 51. There actually is this little bit of false advertising. There's no giant monster in this issue, but I'm okay with that because the issue was so good. It also gives you an idea of like what we're heading towards. Like, there's obviously going to be some crazy stuff in this book going forward, and I definitely like this book. I love the art style. It's this like super clean animated style, very expressive, you know, very animated. It's very animated. It definitely looks like animation. This is something I could easily see being done as a cartoon, honestly. Like, I could see this turning into a cartoon. I say that all the time about Psycho KO from Alterna Comics, and I'm saying the same thing about this. I could easily see this being turned into a cartoon. And I think it would be a pretty successful cartoon, so based on what I've seen so far, because the characters are very likable, they're funny, they're goofy, the sense of humor is definitely there. The art, and like I said, the art is really good. I really enjoy the art. There's some great gags in the book, a couple of sight gags, and a couple of, you know, and some dialogue that's pretty funny. And it's definitely setting up an interesting scenario, because now you've got these things, whatever they are. We still don't know 100% what they are. We just know there's like alien something that's going to be running loose or set loose or whatever upon the Earth, because these guys just forgot to pay the rent on a storage locker, and the contents were sold to a couple of hillbillies who lost it all. It's good stuff. It's definitely really good stuff. I really like this book, and I honestly, I'm giving it a definite thumbs up, recommend to check this book out. I think if you have any kind of sense of humor, you're going to enjoy it. I think if you enjoyed things like the Men in Black cartoon from back in the day, I think you'll like this. It's got like I said, it's got a very similar sense of humor and sense of style, and I definitely really would recommend it for sure. And again, it's Alterna Comics, so it's only $1.50. It's $1.50, dude, $1.50, and you can get this great book, which is a great book. I also want to make special note. Again, there's no credits page in this book, which I didn't even realize until just now. So I'm not sure who did the colors on it, but they're they're mostly flat colors, which again I think also lends to the animated feel of it. There's no aggressive, like, other than a couple of spots you can see where they use some advanced techniques, like on the glowing and stuff like that, like but for the most part it's flat colors, but everything pops pretty good, everything looks nice. I don't know who did the colors, but I would love to give them credit for doing a great job. I think the colors really are nice in this book, and you know, I would love to give whoever did it some credit for it, but I honestly don't know who it is. The art, like I said, is fantastic. I really love the art, and I really love the story. So that is Unit 44, issue number 1 from Alterna Comics. Wes Locker or Locker, I'm not sure. If you're out there, Wes, let me know so that when I review issue number 2, I won't mess your name up. And Ed Jimenez, if it's Jimenez and not Jimenez, let me know, Ed. That'd be good too. And I will correct it in the next video I do for issue 2. But as for now, I am definitely recommending issue number 1 of Unit 44. I really enjoyed this book a lot, and I think you will too. So I would definitely thumbs up, recommend, and check it out. So if you like this video, give me, or if you read the issue and you want to talk to me, give me your impressions about the issue, hit me up in the comments. Let me know if you read it, or if maybe now you're gonna read it based on this review. I'd love to know that. I'd love to hear about people picking up books because I recommended them and they didn't even know they existed, but they go check them out and they like them. So let me know for sure. Let me know in the comments. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell for notifications, follow me on Twitter. 44 of a 4-issue series. Oh my god, the numbers. I don't know, I'm losing my mind here a little bit. So yeah, that's it. If you like it, let me know in the comments. Hit me up on Twitter at jam_creates, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Buy this book. It's $1.50. Buy it. It's good. Let's do right around, we'll do around the agent. Peace.